Coffee.
And the blunt. And the blunt. Yeah.
Welcome back to Coffee and a Blunt, everybody. Let's scoot over a little bit.
Woo!
Yes, we are back. We are back. It has been a while since we've done a Coffee and a Blunt episode. I think about a week. And we got some shit to talk about. So don't want to get too like serious and in depth, but we are. So be prepared for that. But I do not want this to be like a super political show, but I'm not going to act like I'm not an American and I'm not living through some treacherous political times right now. So we're going to talk about it, but with some jokes. You know, I ain't gonna do too much. So just a little icebreaker. How do you feel about the Popeyes and Don Julio collab? And before you give your full response, I'm going to show you the menu. I'm going to show y'all the menu as well. And if you did not know, Don Julio, Acafulio, and Popeyes have a combo collab line. Okay?
Disgusting.
That you can get a combo. I'm over here twisting words. You can get a combo of the Don Julio and Popeyes collab line right now, I think. It's in certain locations, though, because they already knew us in Texas was not fucking with that shit. Who the fuck wants a spicy strawberry hibiscus mocktail? You like spicy strawberry?
No.
You like fruit with a...
Why is AI telling me that they did this collaboration in 2023? And it's just now coming out now.
I have no issue with it. But what do Don Julio and Popeyes got anything to do with the Eagles? And it's the Chiefs, right? It's like a run back. It's both of them again? The Eagles and the Chiefs?
The Chiefs and the Eagles.
What do these three things have in common? Louisiana garlic wings, a concha chicken sandwich, and a spicy strawberry hibiscus. What does that have to do with the Chiefs and the Eagles? I don't understand that being a Super Bowl collab. The only thing here that makes sense is wings, but everybody and their mama know them wings is pure AI. Hey, Natural Vaga. What's up, GU? Rah.
Have y'all tried Popeyes Don Julio wings?
Don't do it. Don't do it. You will regret it. What people are you guys?
What people are you? You answer that first, and then we'll answer it. What people are you?
I kind of wanted to answer it first because I was going to be sassy. I'm a Texan. Yeah, I'm not claiming America right now. I'm a Texan. If y'all did... From Oklahoma! Okay!
Oklahoma!
Okay! Shout out OKC!
Shout out Oklahoma.
Yes!
You know where Tulsa is?
Oh my gosh.
You know where Tulsa is?
Do you?
Shirley, whatever your name is, somebody ban Shirley.
Please.
Somebody ban Shirley.
Menace to society. You go to Tulsa often?
Okay.
What you be doing down there? That's actually something that we plan to do later in life, is to bring more light to Oklahoma, because Oklahoma gets a lot of... They don't even get a bad rep because people don't go over there. They don't have a
Y'all
rep.
need a football team. I got family in Oklahoma, and, you know, they have to become Texans fans and University of Texas fans. And it's just so sad.
It ain't fair to say that the people in Oklahoma only play basketball. What's up, Ahmed? Ahmed bin Abdullah. I like your name. Real strong. But yeah, y'all for sure need a football team down there, because it is so freaking... I flew to the airport there a lot and back. Been to the Hard Rock out there. Juliet!
It's called Coffee and a Blunt.
If you don't like the
It's
blunt,
called Coffee and a Blunt.
depart, sweetie.
How you mad about coffee and a blunt, but we talking about Don Julio and fried chicken? But you mad about some smoking? Get your priorities right. Was you mad at this?
Does this make your body do this? Are you tingling like me?
Don
Are you
Julio
triggered?
and chicken?
You smoking a blunt right now with my... Okay, Brooks, I fuck with you, Brooks.
Brooks a real
Brooks, I fuck with you.
Shout out to Brooks. Everybody say shout out to Brooks in the comment section.
Y'all, this is not a cigarette. I feel like y'all are from the other countries where, well, weed is banned over here too. But y'all are from the countries where it's like banned.
Juliet, do
Banned,
you know what else is
banned.
dangerous? Living life is dangerous.
Mhm.
Parking
Waking
a
up.
car is dangerous. You know, are you gonna just live your life in fear?
Swimming is dangerous.
Are you gonna live your life in fear? Getting haircuts is dangerous.
Getting your ears pierced.
Taking
is
a shower
dangerous.
while it's raining outside is dangerous.
Using toothpaste is dangerous. You know that shit got poison in it? The food we eat in America is dangerous. We live in America. They're trying to kill us every day.
I'm dangerous. Talking too much is dangerous. Thank you. Will 3.
Thank you. Anything or too much is dangerous.
Typing on a nigga live is dangerous. They could find you. Come closer to God. Stop. So,
Lord
okay,
Jesus.
let's talk about God
yeah.
for a second. How do y'all feel about them deporting people?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. We are from Texas, so we see rapid deportation. If it's not on the news, we actually feel like we seen some happen last night. It's not a good thing to see. Now, I'm one of the people, I'm not going to sit over here and act like I don't understand why they're doing it. Yeah, y'all are trying to get criminals out. Cool, bang, bow, cool. But we're also sending away children. We're also... Then leave!
Like, Nicholas, do you not get it?
One thing, y'all, I don't like nobody telling me what to do. Okay? Stop. The only one that can tell me what to do is God.
Who wants to be a mod? Who wants to be a mod?
I was chatting my buddy in North Carolina saying hi today. Okay, Brooks, you a real motherfucker. I don't want to misgender you. You a real motherfucker. Okay.
Do you really know God? I'm getting to know God. Do you really know God? Is it a trick question?
Yeah.
Do you really know God? What's your favorite verse in the Bible?
Yeah. Who is your favorite female prophet?
I'm waiting for you to respond.
Mm-hmm.
Let's all wait here for it.
Yeah, let's wait. And while we wait, y'all tell me your favorite Bible story. So my favorite Bible story so far is the story of Hannah. She was a woman who had her baby, and she was barren for a while, and she told God, I promise if you give me this child, I will dedicate my child over to you. I will give my child to you. And she gave her child to God, even though she was understood that she may not have any more children. She gave her only child to God and said, you know what? I trust in the process that you gave me. That child ended up growing up to be a prophet, and that child ended up being a descendant, one of the predecessors of King David, and contributed to Israel's enlightenment in God. And I like that story of Hannah because it shows perseverance, it shows obedience, and it allows for us to understand that God really has a plan for all of us. And my other favorite Bible story, still like rereading everything, would be Gomer and Hosea. And it's just about, really trusting in God's plan. Gomer, she was a wild one. I'm going to say, she had a little problem with that liquor. She was on that bottle bag. But God told this man, Hosea, go marry her. Mm-hmm. Hosea followed God, said, you know what? I'm going to marry you. I love you. I trust in the process that God has for me, and I trust in you. God sees the heart in you. I see the heart and potential in you, and so that's what I'm going to do. And so after a while, Gomer would always consistently kind of go back to the bottle. She'd be going back to the club, be trying to wild out. Them streets was calling. And then anytime Gomer would leave, even when she didn't want to go back, it'd be people, Gomer, come over here, girl. Gomer, we heard that you were trying to change, bitch, but we don't care. We don't care. Thank you, Brooks. You real, Brooks. I like you, Brooks.
Brooks a real nigga.
Brooks real. And so the people will be coming out, the people that, yes.
Juliet, what is your favorite Bible story?
I asked you what your favorite was,
talking.
and you said your favorite Bible story was about Hannah. You gonna say me too? No, what is your favorite Bible story? You lying ass bitch. What is your favorite Bible story?
This is like elementary school. You don't just get to say, oh yeah, I like that one too. No, contribute to the conversation.
Like what? I know God and I'm smoking because God knows my heart. What?
Oh my God.
The Bible says if anyone destroys God's temple, God will destroy you.
And eBay, what is your favorite Bible story? What is your favorite Bible story? You know what God also says about false prophets? Hosea married a prostitute, right? That's up to interpretation.
It's up to interpretation. She could have been.
If you want to think of her as a prostitute or somebody who just like being in them streets,
shout out Nicholas.
She could have just like partying. She could have liked drinking. She could have liked smoking. But did God give
Yeah,
up on her?
Brooks.
Did God give up on her?
No.
Because there's people in these comments saying, oh yeah, because you smoke, you don't know God. So did Gomer not know God?
Let me know that.
Because she got brought closer to God, or do you not know that story? Are you like
About
David
and Goliath? The most mainstream ass story. Girl, get the
Juliet?
mods, ban him. Ban him. Ban him. Ban him.
Juliet, you like David and Goliath? Do you know that David and Bathsheba had a child and he killed her man?
Oh, do you know that? Do you know that David was an adulterer? Do you know that David was a murderer? Do you know that?
Do you know David is King David?
Do you know Moses was a murderer?
David and Goliath. What is this? Bible study? It can be. It can be.
Yo, Bible study in the blunt.
It can be.
Bible study in the blunt. I like that. I like that a lot.
It seems to be some false prophets in here. Because let me ask y'all, did y'all ever see them say their favorite Bible story? Because I seen one say same, and I seen another nigga say this David and Goliath. How many of y'all have already heard David and Goliath? We've been hearing that since kids. Come on now. You're going to have to do more than your little Sunday service.
Like,
study.
It's like saying your favorite story, Adam and Eve. Oh, bitch, please, ho.
Nigga might as well say Samson next. That's your next favorite story, Samson? We know these. Now he don't want to type no more. Why are you looking it up?
Why did David pick 5 stones from the river Jabbok?
Why did David pick 5 stones? He didn't pick 5. He only wanted 1.
No, I think he picked 3. No, it was more than 1. It was more than 1, I think. It was either 1 really big ass stone or David did get 5. I don't know why he got 5. Why?
Why did he get 5?
I would like to know. Because I think it only took 1 to take Goliath down. So
it did.
Yeah.
Swung that thing, hit her right in between his eyes.
So, but...
Why
okay, so tell us why it's 5, Juliet. We're not yelling at you, Wilfred, because you're actually giving us information.
Juliet just be tagging on to other people's thoughts.
Like, shut up.
Get your own thoughts.
You motherfucking groupthink ass bitch. Shut up talking to me. Ain't got no original thoughts of your own. Shut up.
Y'all know that Goliath was a Nephilim?
Do y'all believe that story? I think it was like last year when they said it. Apparently the police got called because Goliath... You're right.
Because David said he was about to take all them niggas out. David was a thug. That he was.
That. Fuck with David. David had him a life. He had him a life. Had to slay Goliath.
Honestly, it kind of showed you early that David wasn't against no murdering. David got down with them lions trying to take his sheep from him. You know, he protected...
Lions and bears.
Lions and bears. He protected his flock. But then also, David wasn't opposed to murdering Bathsheba's husband.
Mm-hmm.
David was about that.
David was really a saint that was just, always gonna sin.
Y'all know
and
what
this
his
is why
son
Jesus died for us.
Y'all know what David's son did?
Yeah.
Let's not say it. Let's see if they get it.
Yeah.
Y'all quizzing us, we quizzing y'all.
Well, what's my other favorite Bible story? I always forget her name, but the one about the woman who killed that one leader with the nail and the hammer.
Oh yeah. And you better get out of here.
Genesis, shut up.
Get out of here.
Get out of my...
Get out of here, Adib.
Get out of my sight. I don't want to see you. I don't want to read you. Go.
Please. Y'all comment down below if you want to be a mod. You have to be here every time the live comes up.
Brooks, I really like you. I'd like for you to be a mod,
People
Brooks.
like Anibe.
No. Anibe and Juliet, you're on my shit list.
You don't got to ban them, but time them out.
And maybe that's what y'all want. Maybe that's what y'all want. Y'all want to be on my shit list? Question mark? Question mark?
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm talking about.
Why'd I say fuck me? You know why we said fuck you.
We trying to get them people on you, Anibe. I'm tired of you.
I want you to get a verbal lashing. Because you coming up in here acting like you are higher than thou. Acting like you better than people.
And eBay still ain't said they favorite Bible story.
And neither has oh no, Juliet, you did. We just said that it was basic. I ain't gonna do that to you, Juliet. You did say yours. You did say yours. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh. But I forgot her name. I actually want to look it up because I don't want to disrespect her like that. But she works with the lady named Deborah, because Deborah was a female prophet. And
Can you? Deborah was a prophet, and
Deborah was a prophet. And she guided this one man to basically take down this king. And I want to look up the actual woman's name who ended up taking down the king. But she was told that I don't even think he was a king. I think he was just a tyrant, honestly. He was a war tyrant, and he was just like, being violent, doing what niggas back then did. And so Deborah was told by God that she was to help deliver basically this tyrant into, okay, thank you. She was told that this tyrant would be delivered into the hands of a woman. So then on her journey to help bring down this man, she meets a man. And this man is also on the journey to take down the tyrant. And so she basically tells him, yeah, God told me that you're going to take him down. And so he instantly, hey, T-Well.
Can manage block words or change. Oh yeah, we got a moderator in here now.
Yep.
We got
a moderator. Shout out to you.
Y'all better watch yourselves.
Yeah.
But let's keep going.
And so she told this man that I hate just saying man or woman. I actually want to give names. I feel like that's so disrespectful. Y'all give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second.
Y'all never answered if y'all feelings about the deportations that's happening in America right now. How do y'all feel about that?
Y'all, it's gonna take me too long to find the other man and woman associated with the story, but the woman's name is Deborah. And so she told the man that wanted to kill the tyrant, oh yeah, you can go ahead and kill him. And he was all like, oh yeah, well, I don't want to basically face him myself. And she said, okay, well, since you don't want to face him by yourself, his death will be in the hands of a woman. And so they basically end up fighting and stuff. And so God helps them, because oh boy, the tyrant, he ends up because he got chariots and shit, he think he big bag, he think he big meat and everything. So he driving across, charge and everything. God ends up making it rain, so they chariot wheels get stuck inside the mud and everything. And so the leader of the liberation group, who was sent out to kill the tyrant, was oh yeah, this is help from God, on we go. And so he ended up fucking up that nigga his soldiers and everything. But oh boy, they leader, he ended up leaving. He go up into a tent and stuff, trying to find him some help. So as he's up here in the tents, he meets this woman, and I wish I had her name. Meets this woman, and he's all like, I need assistance, I need help, I am such and such, helper of Israel, and all these different things. She already know him. She already know that he be killing people. She already know that he believes in multiple gods. I already know that he is not Christ-like. She not fucking with it. And so she gives him oh my gosh, gives him room and board, basically. Room and board, allows him to come in, gives him probably some nice broth and everything, gave him some nice milk and everything. He done caught the itis. He didn't allow his vulnerabilities and his guard to be down. He didn't caught the itis, and he goes to sleep. And she sees this is her chance. She allows the word of God to be given to her once again. You need to deal with this man. She grabs a hammer and a nail, something that I think she used to, pin down the tent, and she jabs him in the head and kills that nigga. And the prophecy was fulfilled. And that's one of my faves, honestly. Jael and Sisera. Yes, the man's name was Sisera. That was the tyrant. And Jael was the woman. Harsh way to die. He was living a harsh life. I mean, that's what you get. That's what you get when you ain't living Christ like. I don't know, you out here just killing people, trying to turn them away from the word of God. He got what was coming in the end. It was a righteous death.
Yeah.
It was a righteous death. But it's one of my faves. Her name is Jael, and the man that she killed by way, Live Hard, Die Hard. Did you live? Is that a fucking Die Hard reference?
It better not be.
I will be so upset if that's a Die Hard reference. But yes. But it's one of my favorites because, again, it shows God's obedience.
It is.
I ain't got nothing against Die Hard. It's just all of my favorite white TV shows make references to it, and I'm the type of personality where I'm not finna like other stuff because other people like other stuff, and it just gives me like it's forced. So I will never watch Die Hard, and I will never like Die Hard because other people are trying to force me to like it.
And Sisera was the commander of the Canaanite army.
Sisera was the commander of the Canaanite army. There y'all go. There y'all go. Y'all know how them Canaanites was getting down. Up in there living in sin. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. That was nice. What do you say your favorite stories are so far? So those are my three, y'all. Hannah and the woman. It's not one of my favorites for sure. But you gonna use it as a reference? Okay, Brooks.
What's up, Hippie J? I see that weed in that American up there. Hippie J in here, y'all. Hippie J in here. Hippie J. I don't know why, but I just feel this type of connection to y'all. Fuck with you, Hippie J. I just know you would never do anything wrong. I just know it. We talking about our favorite Bible stories right now, Hippie J. If you wanted to just add in real quick.
I was saying that my favorite is Hannah, the woman who gave her son over to God. And I believe, his name was Samuel. He was a prophet. And that was the woman. I love the story of Gomer and Hosea, and the story of Deborah and Jael. And those are my faves right there. I have more faves. I'm still continuing, but I would say right now, they're my top 3 for today. So if y'all got, any, we're going to leave this section open for about 5 more minutes because there were some topics we wanted to get into. And, I didn't want us to, I'm always fine with talking about God. But I do want us to tackle some of the topics that we had today because it was just some of the things I had on my mind. So if y'all have a favorite Bible story, favorite Bible character, moment, drop it in the comments and we would like to know.
Yes.
Do you have any faves that you want to get out?
Mine was when David cut off a piece of Saul's clothes. Joseph was a hero.
Yep.
But mine was when David cut off a piece of Saul's clothes just to show him, like, oh, yeah, I could have really fucked you up. You see that?
Nigga, you see how close I was to you, nigga?
That was really that leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone.
Like, it really was you. You got one more time, boy. Ooh. That's a good one. I also like when God is talking to Moses and really and showing the power that she has, and it's like, you know what, you think that you can't do these things, and who are you and who am I, all these different things. Put your hand in your cloak and take it out. Oh my God, it's white. That's scary. That's a scary sight, ain't it? Now put it back in. It's the color of your flesh. You're black. Amazing. Literally. Oh my gosh. And y'all, that's one of the things I want to do. I want to, when I get into my TV writing, I want to make more shows that's based on the Bible stories that we don't get emphasized a lot, like the ones, I was just talking about. And just even even the mainstream ones, if you're still up in here, Juliet, like David and Goliath, and more so honing in on all of David's reign, like not just stopping at David and Goliath. We going into King David. We going into when his son was trying to kill him. We going into when he killed Bathsheba's husband. And then even the fact when he what is it called when they anoint the new king?
What?
When they they make a new king, like when they do the thingy.
Anointing?
Yeah. Oh yeah, when they anoint the new king, he anoints King Solomon, his son, and starts a whole new era. And you already know how King Solomon get down, unfortunately. He kind of strayed away in his
Oh, another
old
one.
age.
Another one I like is Elijah. So Elijah was in, the king's palace type shit. And just to break it down, a whole lot of people pulled up basically trying to fight. These Bible times, they trying to commit war, perjuries, all types of evil things. But they basically trying to take the kingdom over. And then this servant, come to Elijah, wake him up. He like, Elijah, they outside. I'm scared. What's going on? So Elijah just like, be calm. Because it's a lot of niggas outside. But he just like, be calm. Because it's more of us than there is of them. But the servant looking around like, what is you talking about? It's only a few of us in this house. It's only me and you. So then Elijah asks God, please open this servant eyes, because he don't know what he's talking about. Open the servant eyes. He see all the angels ready to fight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Because we always surrounded, and that
shows you ain't alone. You are not alone.
And that's like something I want to emphasize more in my Bible TV shows is like, spiritual warfare, which they already kind of hint on in like shows like Castlevania, where you have like vampires fighting other evil vampires. And it's like, yeah, that's cool, but I want to see angel shows where they literally are fighting demons. And it's like, I've never watched it.
You missed a lot.
You missed a lot in eBay.
You missed a lot.
We was Bible thumping, but you missed it. But I've never watched that anime Demon Slayer, and I don't essentially know like how they get their powers, but I know they what's your thoughts on giving tithe? Do you necessarily think we have to give it to the church or elsewhere, like giving it away to charity? Also, personally, yes. I am a preacher's grandkid. I was raised in the church where giving tithes was like basically paying the bills for the church. So I have a lot of thoughts, and so I'm gonna like get them out and conduced, like I'm just gonna try to deduce them into like one thing. So I agree with giving to charity because I believe that's what God always wants us to do. In any Bible story, we are reminded that our blessing is not to be a singular blessing for ourselves. That is selfishness. And so when it comes to giving tithes, I honestly don't necessarily think even giving it to the church is bad, because that is also, giving your blessings. And, church is a place for a lot of people to get a communal, I would say like communal environment of God. That's something that we have always done as African Americans. We've always kind of had a sanctuary, even when we were on the plantations, going out into the field and having Sunday service. And so I feel like when it also comes to giving tithes, that's also been something that's been portrayed in the Bible a lot, even when it was like, Abraham almost sacrificing Isaac and everything. And so it's like essentially tithes are just sacrifices. And obviously because we live in the world we live in now, where tithes have gone on from, obviously we ain't sacrificing children. That's been something that's been like established in the First Testament, that God doesn't want us killing animals and killing our children for her and giving that as sacrifice. And so when it comes to tithes, it's just a new way of giving something outside of yourself to people. And so obviously necessarily it doesn't even just have to be money. So when I think of tithes, I just bottom line kind of think of what are you giving? And so obviously if you're somebody who feels like, well, I'm just giving money to the church and that's me giving my sacrifice to God, that's also me being selfish, I feel like God knows your heart. And, if that's something that you deem as the best that you can do, then God is fine with that. But if you know that you can do more, and that is giving money to charity, giving your time to charity, helping people out, whether it's helping a neighbor. That's something else that's emphasized in the Bible as well, is to always consistently be kind to other people, help our neighbor. For example, in eBay, if you still up in here, when you come in with your negativity and kind of, trying to be combative and, just kind of trying to like patronize, like, oh, do you know this? Do you know that? In a way, that ain't helping nothing. That's not being good to your neighbor, nice to your neighbor, and coming in and everything. And so obviously I was aggressive with you because I ain't finna let nobody talk to me crazy. You crazy as fuck. But I would say, that's like, just an example of just a little bit of the straying away, and I can count myself in there of, like I just said, going back on an eBay, going back off on an eBay of just, not being as kind to our neighbors as well. So tithes don't even have to be necessarily money. It doesn't have to be giving to charity. It is, what are you doing outside of yourself for the betterment of other people and for God, I would say. And so you want to give tithes to the church? Cool. You want to give your tithes to charity? Cool. I feel like I said, God knows your heart. So you can't hide from that.
If you want to give your tithes to homeless people, because what I picked up from the Old Testament of the Bible is that tithing was you're giving what you feel you received from God back to God.
Right.
Now, however you feel like you're giving that to God is up to you. Only you know that.
Exactly.
But you're giving 10% of what you earned right back to God, and just a thank you.
Yeah. And if that way is you feel like God has blessed you fruitfully financially,
then you give finances.
If you feel like God has given you a blessing of having kids and you want to always help kids out, you want to create better programs, like I want to have a big brother and a big sister program, you want to initiate things like that, that is your tithing to God. You feel like God has blessed you with a home and now you want to participate in Habitats for Humanity more, that's your blessing to God. Like,
but I find it interesting that when Jesus does come into the Bible and talks about tithes, that he says it's good to give back and give your tithes back to God, but don't let that be what you think is more important in life, rather than being a good person, helping out your neighbor, being merciful, being faithful to God. Don't think, oh, just because I give tithes, that's all I have to do now.
Exactly. Because you could be sitting over here and you giving 10,000 to your local church or even 10,000 to charity.
But you did going back and being an asshole.
You telling niggas, yeah, make sure y'all tell them I gave y'all this 10,000.
You pulling some Diddy shit. You giving $1 million to the church, but then you turn it around and put the other niggas in fucked up contracts. Doing sex slavery.
You doing some more Diddy shit and you're over here giving money to schools, but it's the same school that you was there beating up on women.
Allegedly.
So it's like, again, God knows your heart. Don't be trying to act like God don't see. God sees and knows all. So, it's based on what your heart says.
Yep.
So that's how I feel about the tithing. Thank you for that question. That was a very nice question.
Wilfred.
Yes. Wilfred, I fuck with you. Wilfred La Rutafella.
Wilfred, do you got a channel?
Yes. Do you have a channel? Wilfred La Rutafella. I hope I'm saying that correct. That's a nice last name.
I'm going through your playlist right now. Warrior in Christ. Nothing compares. My hope is you. Christ is risen. Here I am. I gotta listen to some of these songs, Wilfred. Like, how you find my playlist? Don't worry about that.
No channel. Sorry. It's fine. We saw it.
I see your playlist.
We see your playlist.
I'm gonna have to tune in and listen to that.
So if you don't mind, I would like to give you some suggestions, for some gospel songs for you to listen to, So, I'm still updating my gospel playlist. I'm like trying to remember all of the songs I sung in my church choir and everything because it was so many. Like it's literally like trying to unlock memories at once, literally peeling back an onion.
Anibe joined YouTube July 8th, 2024. Why so late, Anibe? Your other accounts could be getting a ban.
But we have A Brighter Day by Kirk Franklin. Victory by Ty Tribbett. That's honestly one of my personal faves. Now, at the end, I don't, agree with a lot of the stuff that he's saying at the end, but it is a good song, for the most part. Looking For You by Kirk Franklin. Jesus Walks by Kanye West. Yes. Faithful Is Our God. I need to listen to his Christian album, that one that he put out in like 2018. But Faithful Is Our God by Ezekiel Walker, one of my faves. It really is like, I feel like it's something out of Psalms, honestly. I'm reaping the harvest God promised me. Take back what the devil stole from me. It's literally.
And I rejoice today.
For I shall recover it all. Yes, I rejoice today. For I shall recover it all. Exactly. And so then, never would have made it. Just really like, it really like gravitates me. I always feel like I'm being ascended, like up there. Like I'm really feeling like God is talking to me when I hear Never Would Have Made It, because it really just emphasizes, yes, God is with us through everything. God is our friend. God is our parent. God is the ultimate companion. And it's just like, yes, I never would have made it without you, Lord. And I thank you for walking with me on every path. We've all, strayed away at a point, and it's just so marvelous how God really does not leave us. God is with us no matter what. And it's just so crazy. So yeah, I really enjoy. Oh no, sorry, did not want to play that. I really enjoy Never Would Have Made It by Marvin Sapp. I love The Best in Me with Marvin Sapp. Marvin Sapp be getting down, okay? Then we have Grateful by Ezekiel Walker. I Need You to Survive by Ezekiel Walker. Better by Ezekiel Walker. All right. And then we got the Clark Sisters from my great state of Texas. I believe they from Texas. Hold on before I put out some false information. But I believe the Clark Sisters are from Texas, and they really be getting down. Hold on. Oh, I lied. They are from Michigan. Redact that. Redacted. The only reason I mainly said they was from Texas was because I remember my grandparents always saying they loved going to see the Clark Sisters when they would go perform. So I just associated with them being the Texas. Lord Jesus, I'm sorry, y'all. That's embarrassing. But regardless, the Clark Sisters are an amazing group. You Brought the Sunshine is an amazing song. Y'all, if y'all don't know, Mary, the God in me. Ooh, it's the God in me. It's the God in me. Just get it. Then I Give Myself Away by William McDowell. Amazing. It really just reminds you that things are bigger than you. God has bigger plans for us. And it's just like submitting yourself to God and the plan she has for you, her will, all the things, and just, understanding that you are her child. She is with you. Let her use you for what she wants. Sometimes you yourself, and it's kind of crazy to say, but yeah, sometimes we ourselves don't even need to have that plan for us because God already has one. It's good to obviously plan out your life, but just sometimes understanding that, God has a plan already set out for you. So it will be a little bit stressful to just be sitting over here saying, well, no, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. Let God use you. So that's what I get from I Give Myself Away. An amazing song. And then I love Never Give Up by Yolanda Adams. It's just like a personal little reminder, like a pick-me-up. I just recently added it because I remembered it. Shackles by Mary Mary. Mary Mary be getting down too, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Mary, Marvin Sapp, Ty Tribbett, and Kirk Franklin gonna get you out your seat. And yeah, they give me the vibe like, yeah, some angels came to y'all and said, this is what God like to hear. God like to get crunk too, okay? That's what I get from that. Of course, we got Take Me to the King by Tamala Man. The goats.
Yep.
And then Every Praise by Ezekiel Walker, and my most recent one was I Came by Marvin Sapp. So those are my suggestions. I have, if I went too quick, I went too fast. You can look at that real quick.
Screenshot.
Take you a screenshot. It's some more at the bottom, so give me a second. But screenshot that real quick. Let me just, because my face is in it, so let me eat. Okay, and so is make it go down. And so that's all of them there. That's the rest of the list. Screenshot that. Let me eat again.
Yep. Screenshot.
All right. That is my gospel playlist. So yeah, you check that out, Wilfred. I will check out yours. And everybody else. Anybody else who want to listen. Mm-hmm. Gospel music is amazing. It's a perfect start to the day. I personally like to start my day off with gospel music. Now, sometimes I prefer a Bible story because I'm just like, don't really want something that's too much. Because, when you just wake up not coherent, feel like you are in heaven because it's just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, y'all know them sitting on the edge type mornings. And that probably be my issue. I don't be sitting on the edge of the bed before getting up no more. I just get up and go. And I'll just really be feeling hazy. They just really be feeling hazy. So, so yeah.
I think now we get on to what this was titled.
That we live, America specifically. I can really only speak in America. It was some shit going on in Korea the other day, I think. Somebody, it was like Korea and the Ukrainians. Basically, I think they've been going back and forth. And I know this was the article. Some North Korean soldiers fighting in Ukraine try to kill themselves to avoid off themselves to avoid capture. Off. I said off, YouTube. Off. I said off themselves to avoid capture, seeing in games and insight into their world. That's what was happening. And then I also believe it was China that had implemented martial law, and they was not fucking with that. We don't even fuck with that in America, so I can understand how they was not fucking with that. And honestly, it's just been up since then. I think that's been going on for like a month or two now. So that was one thing, but that ain't no for the topic today. We as Americans live in a DC comic. With Trump being president and everything that he was taking away yesterday from student loans, because I think they just reinstated it today. But student loans, SNAP lunch benefits, Meals on Wheels, we taking food away from the kids and the seniors. Our wise elders, we taking away food from the wise elders. Okay. And housing assistance for everyone in need. They were also taking away WIC. They were they were trying to take away food from the elders, take away food from the newborn babies, take away the SNAP lunches and free lunches for just the adolescents and the children. Mm-hmm. And they're trying to take away food from the seniors. And now they're also trying to take away housing assistance that affects everyone. This is literally the reality if somebody like Lex or Lionel Luthor was to become president, because it's like, oh yeah, well, whatever benefits me financially and whatever benefits me financially and could benefit me later in my life. Like, yeah. Because I was watching the Robert F. Kennedy hearing this morning. He should not be over health administration. Not. Oh my God.
It's getting crazy in America, y'all.
An anti-vaxxer who promotes, he promoted, if people want to eat Twinkies, let them eat Twinkies. We live in a world where niggas said, oh yeah, eat a Twinkie, but you can't decide what you want to do with your body. This is contradictions if I've ever seen one. Oh yeah, we don't believe in we are not pro-choice. We're not pro-choice, but we don't like IVF and we don't like, those little frozen embryos y'all be doing. Take it all away. So y'all aren't pro-choice. Y'all are pro-life, but y'all are taking away the other options that could bring children into this world. Okay. Y'all are pro-life, but you're taking away WIC. food for new mothers and newborn babies. Y'all are pro-life, but you're taking away housing assistance. Y'all are pro-life, but you're taking away Meals on Wheels. So to have babies, let them live for 80 years and they can't even get food in their 80s? Why? Why? I thought we was pro-life. It's so many contradictions. We pro-life, but you saying, well, if Americans want to eat McDonald's and Twinkies, let them. I thought we couldn't control what the fuck we wanted to do. And so also. So you understand it's a health crisis that comes from having so much access to unhealthy food. But you don't see how telling Americans, yeah, maybe we should take it away. Yes. It is a bigger layer of things of like, oh, well, why don't we just stop eating the food? And if y'all are not Americans in here, clearly you would not understand. But the foods they have been giving us for years are doused in chemicals that literally have us addicted to the food. No joke. No joke. And so then we get to the other fact of the foods that they even give us that are healthy foods sometimes are not even the real foods. Like strawberries. We have so many different options for organic because so many of the normal foods that they give us are just bad, right? And then with the organic, it's overly charged. It's expensive. So it's other things and other factors that come into play when it comes to health in America, and him just primarily fixating on, well, you kind of just have to let the Americans do what they want to do. That he seesawing on his main point. You cannot be in these type of positions of power and not be a decisive person. That's period, point blank. Anybody that is indecisive and somebody who is not a strong-minded person should not be in these positions of power. And a motherfucker who clearly does not care about the health of other people and cannot put his foot down and say, no, niggas should not be eating this, does not need to be in that service. Did Michelle Obama give a fuck about hurting our feelings when we were 11 and 12 years old and said that we were fat as fuck? No. Did she give a fuck about how the parents felt about, oh, well, my child is saying they can't get their hot wings anymore and they can't get their hot chips anymore, so I just can't, I don't understand. She did not give a fuck. She was concerned about the safety of children. We are now. We are those children she was protecting. We are the children that she was protecting. And she helped bring childhood obesity, I think, down to 40%. It has risen again. It's risen again. So the 8 years that she had, and I think, I can't even fully remember if she had the chance to start as soon as she got in the White House or if it was something that she activated on Obama's second term. But regardless, the time that she had, she actually spent dedicating to properly making sure children and the health of future Americans and just Americans, period, was probable. It made sense. It was positive. You have a nigga that's literally sitting over here feeding baby chickens and mice to his hawks. Don't want to vaccinate people. Feels like measles is not life-threatening. I probably shouldn't even be saying the V word this much, honestly, because knowing how YouTube get down. But the jab, y'all know. It's just bad. I went off my main topic, but honestly, no, it kind of goes into it. Because if Lex or Lionel Luthor were in power, they would hire somebody whose main thing was make sure whatever our expenses, whatever we are spending the most on, cut it. Don't care who it helps. Don't care what problems it creates. Halt it. Cut it. That's what they would do. We're literally living in a DC comic. And it's just like, wow. Just without the superheroes. And it's like, I mean, yeah, that would make it worse. Because not only do we not have good health insurance, niggas can't even get their car insured because Clark fucking Kent wants to use my car to harm someone. No. That would actually be worse. But I don't know. But at least we would know somebody could take the president down, could be like, hey, chill. Hey, chill. You know what you're doing? It's affecting people. Hey, chill. But yeah, that's how I feel. Donald Trump is Lex Luthor or Lionel. I'm only on season 4 of Smallville, so I haven't seen Lex's villainy yet. But I have seen his villainy in the comics when he was president. So, to be fair, It's not a stretch. It's not far-fetched. They are the same. That was my rant.
Great rant.
That was my rant. Then just to get on the other heavy topics so we can get into the funnier topics of just the ill-mannered way that our country is being ran. The DEI rollbacks, and I say specifically how Black Americans are handling it. Tabitha Brown, the popular TikToker turned culinary queen, was facing backlash because she basically told Black people, oh, well, I understand that they don't like us, but we should do, I think she said selective spending, and basically told us don't boycott because then I'll go broke. And it's like, as a person, I always understand both sides of things. I try to play God's advocate and see things from literally every side. I don't really try to put my personal self into it first. I assess how that person would be feeling. And obviously I can understand a Black business owner being concerned that, oh yeah, well, people are about to boycott a business that I work for and it's going to affect them. Yes, I can understand that. But the bigger scope of things is that before you were a business owner, you were just Black. And at the end of the day, your Blackness and who you are as a person just has to stand up above every other thing. And so bottom line, can't nobody, hold you to say, like, yes, if somebody says they themselves basically don't want to boycott, because that's what I get from the Tabitha Brown thing. She's saying, like, I hope that's what she's saying, because it's like with me. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. I'm kind of jambling this right here. If Tabitha Brown is saying she's still going to buy the Taraji P. Henson brands that's up in Target and stuff, that is her personal business. But, and I ain't with that, cool. But she cannot come over here telling us that we need to keep buying Taraji P. Henson's brand from Target because we're boycotting Target. You can't tell people what to do. And I think, that's the basis, especially because when it comes to the DEI rollbacks, we already know at the end of the day, a lot of these companies only started these DEI initiatives because they felt forced to. And one of them, right now, kind of adding extra layering to the Tabitha Brown thing, is Target. Target was one of the first companies to initiate the DEI programs and everything. And it's also so funny because I believe their headquarters is in Minnesota. If y'all remember, that was also where George Floyd ended up being offed, unfortunately. And obviously the riots were down there, and that, prompted a lot of things. Now, I may have to fully fact check this, but just to continue my story, I know for a fact it was a Target that one white woman that was in that chair got fire extinguished because she was trying to stab people and, prevent them from looting and everything. That's another thing. You can't prevent people from doing what they wanted to. You see? But that goes into that as well. So you have two very big things here. Now, like I said, I don't know if that was at a location in Minnesota, but I do know, period, point blank, it was 2 times that Target was affected a lot during that George Floyd situation, and it was bottom line, by way of the riots, and people breaking in. But the second part was obviously because there was a woman who was getting fire extinguished and stuff. So kind of bottom line, they had a lot of eyes on them in 2020. So obviously this would prompt them to start the DEI. And I guess to sum it all up, they only started it because they were scared. Y'all breaking into their buildings. We over here fire extinguishing the lady in the chair. They were scared. So obviously, when they get tapped, and it's like, oh, you ain't got to worry about them no more. They can't even come here no more. Oh, they can't? Okay. You can't act like that's literally not what happened, and that's not the existence that's happening. And so that's why I come into you're still Black at the end of the day, Tabitha. And I think that's another thing, just as American people and just as Black people. And a lot of people started going into the mindset in 2020 that, oh yeah, I can make my own business. That was something that she kept reiterating in the video, that it's very hard and it's a lot of things. And it is. It's hard to do any type of business for yourself, especially when you have a name that's tied to 3 different brands: McCormick, Walmart, and Target. So you kind of sold your name a little bit. So I know it is kind of hard. But I think the other issue when it comes to Black people and how we just stand on like certain things, it's kind of just like, well, you feel like you can't make your own business, and it kind of like goes into why you're trying to say that we shouldn't boycott. And it's just like things that we go through all the time, kind of like, oh yeah, white people kind of having like basically like kind of a leash on a little bit, and it's just like it doesn't make sense. I kind of lost my point a little bit, but it's, yeah, like kind of like the white people do a little bit of something to keep us on edge. Like, oh yeah, literally the divide and conquer. Well, we gave some of you this business ability, so some of you can't go against it. But you have other Black people that own their businesses that have no association with Target or Walmart. That's just kind of like, well, y'all don't have to shop over there, but the people that has their business over there, well, no, because I can be affected. I mean, yeah, but you could just make your own business. And it's the continuous thing of, well, I can't do that. And it's these hard things. The can't. Ain't nobody trying to deal with that. You know what we can do? We can boycott. You can't make your own business. That's unfortunate. But we can boycott. You can stay over there with them white people. That's perfectly fine. Especially when, like I said, at the end of the day, the only reason they did all of this was because they felt pressured. It was never really any like good intent to it. And I think that's another thing. Why are you staying somewhere where niggas don't want you? They didn't want you in the first place. They got bullied. It literally was Clark Kent taking Chloe Sullivan to the prom. People was telling him, hey, she like you. Oh, that's cool, I guess. Clark is so fucked up that like you haven't thought about taking Chloe to the prom. She has a dress picked out and everything. Why? Ain't nobody told her we was doing that. Please, Clark. She needs this. Okay, I'll fucking take her. But as soon as that tornado came, he left. As soon as there was an outing, he left. Just like they did Black people. Oh, we don't need to give them business opportunities? Deuces. Like, no, why are you staying over somewhere where they clearly don't want you? They don't care to give you their business. They don't care to give you their support. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So that's my little, I would say I ain't gonna say it's the last negative thing, because the next one was about deportation, but it was like, it's still very serious, but the main topic was gonna be Selena Gomez and everybody getting on ass about it. But that's it for the DEI section, y'all. It's so unfortunate, but God has us. And it's also the unfortunate thing that this doesn't even just affect Black people. And I think that was something that was also kind of just, oh my gosh. I cannot think of the word. It literally was on the tip of my tongue. But something that I guess it seemed like she was blind to. This isn't something that just affects Black people. It affects people that are of older age. It affects people that identify as gay. It affects people that are women. They could literally say they don't want you because you a woman, Tabitha. It is literally diversity, equity, and inclusion. It ain't just because you a nigga. That's another thing too. It disabled people as well. Like, it's everything that deals with this. So it's unfortunate that we live in a society where that's even something that had to be created because we weren't getting opportunities in the first place. But just how we got the opportunities before without them, and we were making ways for ourselves before, with and without them, we will do it. Without them, we don't need these things. We have God, and as long as we trust in ourselves, trust in God, everything will be fine. So I have hope for all my people that will be affected by the DIE.
Yes.
And could be. Cover us all in the blood of Jesus. Amen. And so, oh my gosh. I'm like, yes, the last 2 topics is the fucking Gulf of America.
Gulf of America.
And Selena Gomez. And the only thing I got to say about the Gulf of America is, what states' names do we want to change? I mean, we just over here changing names. And it's also very funny. Shout out to my mother-in-law, Mama Robin. And I forgot who she said she was watching, but somebody just like perfectly put it into perspective. So we can change the names of these locations, but people can't change their names or their gender.
We could change the name of locations, but people can't change their genders. But New York is one of the states that needs to be changed.
Okay. Especially New York, New York. I don't like that.
Mm-mm.
I don't like that. That's nasty. It gives cocky. Like, I don't like it. I feel like it's forced as well.
I think we should call them the Dirty North. I think that's a more fitting name for New York, the Dirty North.
The Dirty North.
The
Okay.
Dirty North.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Dirty North. All right. I agree with this one video I seen where somebody says we should blend Mississippi and Alabama. And so because I would want to blend them as well, we have to give them a new name. And they would be one state. Mississippi and Alabama would be one state.
Okay.
And I feel like it should be called Redneck, but spelt in the way of like Albuquerque, where there's Q's in it and stuff. You know? REDD NEQUE. Yeah, like real fancy, like redneck.
Redneck.
Yes. I don't like that there's two Washingtons. Fix it.
Yeah.
Fix it. I don't like that. It used to confuse me a lot as somebody who did not do the best in world geography. Really pissed me off. Don't like that at all. I don't like when we name other places after other places. Why is there a Missouri, Texas? I don't like that. I believe there's also a city called Texas in Missouri or Houston in Missouri. I don't like that either. I think it's strange. I don't like copying things. It's kind of strange because I come from Missouri City, Texas. So, I'm feeling kind of right now. We have a map. So this will give us better recommendations. So we've combined it. Mississippi and Alabama. It is called Redneck, but spelt with a Q. New York City is now called the Dirty
North.
The Dirty North.
New York is called the Dirty North. Y'all could still have New York City.
Yeah. But no more New York. Tacky. No. Who lives in Rhode Island? No, blend it with New York. We're not doing that either.
Yeah.
That's not going. I don't like that. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a fan of like different sectors, like North and South Carolina. So that can stay.
Yeah, so North Dakota and South Dakota could stay as well.
Yeah. I don't like the name Utah. Also, I think Utah has a lot. No, it's Montana. I don't like Montana either. I don't like Montana or Utah's name. Change it. Fix it. Fix it now. I don't like it.
I fuck with Idaho. Idaho can stay. That top Washington above Oregon, that's the one that needs to change.
Yeah, I don't like that Washington. I hate the fact that we have two Washingtons. I don't like double of anything. I don't like it. We can keep Nevada. Never there. Yeah.
Never there.
I'm never gonna be there. Never there.
That top Washington above Oregon, we should let Alaska have it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We'll call it Alaska.
I don't think I've ever seen people from that Washington. Like, how do people up there look? Arkansas. You may have to go. I don't like that name either. Arkansas has to go. I like Illinois. And I like because it doesn't look how it's spelt. No, it doesn't sound like it's spelled. Yeah.
Illinois.
Yeah. Because it also kind of give me like Louisiana vibes. Like some Creole people was up there. Illinois. Yeah. Pennsylvania. Ohio, plain, fix it. Don't like that either. So y'all get the point. We all need name changes. Oh, Texas is staying. We're staying the same. We're perfectly fine. But I am fine with it being official that we also call it Tejas.
Tejas.
Yes. And so to wrap it up, going into the Selena Gomez deportation thing. One, I don't agree with the deportation. This is nobody's land but God's. I don't agree with telling people where they can go. I don't like people telling me what I can do, where and how to go. So no, I think it's ridiculous. I also think it's ridiculous to send people over in a plane in handcuffs. That gave me slave ship vibes. What the fuck? I don't like that at all. Even if they are criminals, they have done things, they have done bad things. That's cool. You already got them on a plane. You doing a lot. Jesus. But then we get to the fact that it's children being affected, taken out of schools. We get to the fact that they claim they're not arresting families. You smart ass bitch. We're not arresting families. We've arrested criminals. In y'all's eyes, because people have came over illegally, they are criminals. So you are taking children, you're taking teenagers, you're taking moms, grandfathers, dads, grandmothers, all types, and it's just ridiculous. And honestly, I want to get to the part of this story when it's done and everybody is happy again, because this is ridiculous. But
these next 4 years are gonna be crazy.
And then it's also crazy because I think they always say like the first 100 days in the presidency is typically the craziest, because that's when all of the plans are in motion.
Mm-hmm.
So we because that nigga was still wilding out in his last year. I can't even say he gonna be chill like after his first 100. He be doing the fucking most, and it makes it even worse that he a Gemini. Why?
Just stay tuned.
Why these my people? Like, stay tuned. If y'all ain't American, stay tuned for the dramedy that is America. Oh my God! But to wrap it up, Selena Gomez crying on the internet and everybody getting on her ass was too fucking much. Now, I am not a fan of motherfuckers crying on the internet. It feels forced.
Yes.
When I'm crying, now, and it's like a big difference. If somebody is crying tears of joy and they're like, oh my gosh, my baby's walking, this is amazing. I understand that. You want to capture the moment of this happiness. Why, when you're upset, would you grab a phone? You want to capture when you're at your most vulnerable moment? You want to capture you at your lowest? I don't get that. Why would you want to magnify and emphasize a moment that made you feel so much dread? I don't get that. And then
share it to millions of people.
And so then it's
that's like scary.
It's like literally it's manipulation at its finest. Like, so I understand. Yes, I don't agree with it. So obviously it's going to the video itself did not tug at my heartstrings, because I don't like people crying on here. The topic itself tugs at my heartstrings, but it's just like, well, obviously people that respond to crying over the internet, they're going to feel some type of way about seeing Selena Gomez cry. But when it comes to other people, you add people like me who don't like to see crying over the internet, plus people that are not like me that sit over here and they agree with deportation. Yes, they finna get on your ass.
Yep.
Like, girl, what?
You set yourself up for that one.
Are you serious? And you think they're gonna give a fuck and you're adding the factor on that you are a millionaire. I think people was trying to allege that you was a billionaire or you're close to it, but they were saying, how dare you be against us as America, and we got you these millions. One, that just shows the capitalistic mindset of us as Americans.
Bitch, you wish you had a spell to reverse time. Fuck.
Because that shit out there forever. It has been so many times. Also, I just remembered, if black people was on your ass, I'd be surprised, because this is a very, trivial time. But if black people was on your ass, I would not be surprised. Because I remember when Kid Cudi was talking to you on live and was talking about the Black Lives Matter stuff, and you was just like, oh, that is so depressing. Why would you want to talk about that right now? Bitch, ain't this deportation depressing? Why would you get on the internet crying about it right now?
Oh.
It ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun. It's too much. It's too much. Like, and it's a sad situation. It's unfortunate. And then then people was sitting over here like being trifling niggas was all like, oh yeah, if you feel so bad, why don't you invite them all to your $5 million home and buy them all green cards? Didn't your Mexican father leave you? Whoa. Y'all, this is what I was talking about earlier. We not being kind to one another. Like, what the fuck? That didn't make no sense. That is trifling. Y'all did not need to tell that girl that. Oh my gosh. And it's the other crazy thing, like, white Americans, because that's mainly who it was. Like I said, I would be surprised if it was black people getting on her, because the ones I seen was white people. But white Americans really cannot understand having an identity outside of America. And they can never get it. They can never get why a Mexican American would be upset seeing her people deported. They can never get why we as black people get upset when we see police brutality or, you know, we see things like DIE, you know, being taken away. They can never understand it because America, they can never understand it. And I don't think they ever will. And obviously not all of them. You know, some are chill. Shout out Rachel Bowman. Some are chill. But, you know, it's what's that thing we say as black people? It's like a 5% or like a 8%. I say it's about 5% of white people that truly understand. The world we live in. I'll just say that. I feel like it's 5% of white people that truly understand the world we live in and how it affects us. And that's really all I got to say.
Yeah.
This was a good episode, y'all. We talked about God. We talked about deportation. We talked about Selena Gomez. We talked about comics. We talked about a lot of things. I think this is a successful one. And we still have a little bit of blunt left. And to those that actually, you know, did not like my yelling, I'm sorry. But y'all may have to get used to that. I'm a loud bitch. I come from a loud country family. I'm the type of family you can just be in the bathroom around the corner and it's Drea! So I think my ears have gotten used to it. Like, to me, I was talking in a normal tone. That didn't even sound like yelling to me. It's so funny because my man doesn't like yelling, y'all. But you see, ladies, don't compromise. Be yourself. If he loves you, he will deal. And if he don't, do what Lil Wayne said. Get a refund. Bring your ass back. Oh my gosh. But this was a good episode, y'all. Thank y'all for stopping by. Even the haters, thank you for stopping by. Because, you know, going back to 2010, haters are my motivators. Swag. Oh gosh. Okay, y'all. We're about to get out of here. It's humid as fucking Houston right now, and I did the mistake of wearing sweatpants. Which is crazy because, you know, this ain't nothing but Houston. We have the most bipolar weather, and I don't know why I didn't expect this today. But, yeah. I'm about to go change my sweatpants because the coffee also has me a little bit hot. I'm about to go change my sweatpants and do some more script writing. Y'all be on the lookout for my new video. If y'all was in my last live when I was cooking, what was I cooking? It wasn't the bacon and avocado balls. It was what I was cooking before that. But I was telling y'all, you know, the video I'm writing. So y'all know the video I'm writing. But I'm going to go ahead and deal with that. We're going to watch some Smallville. And I'm going to change my sweatpants. And I will catch y'all on the flip side. Thank y'all so much for stopping by once again. And I hope y'all have a blessed day. Remember to pray and be the best you every day, y'all. Mwah. Any last words?
Nope.
All right. Peace. Mwah.